Hi, today I'm going to show you how you can collect data on your Wix.com website and then store it inside a database. So you'll need to start from the dashboard here, and you want to scroll down and you want to go to CMS. On Wix, a database is called a CMS. So click on CMS, and on CMS, you want to go on the upper right here to create collection. Create collection, and on create collection, I'm going to say start from scratch. I'm going to get next, and I'm going to name this database called dataset. There you go, dataset. I'm going to create, wait for it to load. And on here, I'm going to add a new field to make it organized. Text, choose field type, and I'm going to name this name. So if I want to collect someone's name on my Wix site, I'm going to inject it onto this part of the row and column of this dataset. Now, for now, we're going to be done with this, and I'm going to go back to setup. On setup, I'm going to click on edit site. It'll take me to here, the Wix website editor. Now from here, you want to go on the upper right, on the upper left button here to add elements, and we're going to add two things. We're going to add in a button and also an input field. So on the button, I'm just going to add in this button, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to add in an input field. Input down here, and I'm going to add this, add your name. There you go. I'm going to center both of these, so it's neat, centered. There you go. I'm going to change the name of the button settings to something called submit. There you go. Now from here, we have to do a little coding. So go on the upper left here, dev mode, and turn on dev mode. Now from here, it might look a little intimidating, but it's pretty easy, I promise you. So from here, just follow after me. You want to type in first, import Wix data from Wix. You need to type in a single quotation mark first, single, there you go, Wix dash data. After that, semicolon. There you go. Now we're going to type or code inside of these brackets here. Now from here, you want to type in dollar and then close parentheses and then single quotes and then hashtag. And now you want to go to the button earlier and you want to hover over it. On the hover, after you hover over it, you'll see the name hashtag button 3. That's the one you want to write here. So button 3, there you go. And after this, you want to go outside of the parentheses and you want to click, you want to type in dot, on click, there you go. Oh, sorry, I forgot the W here. W, there you go. On click, and then close parentheses again. And then in front of the inside of the close parentheses here, you want to type in a equal sign and then an arrow. After that, you want to do a close brackets, a set of them, enter to make it neat. You want to tap just so it's neat as well. You want to type in const user input equals $sign again, and then a W, close parentheses, and then single quotation mark, and then a hashtag, and then now you want to type in the name of your input field. So if you hover over it again, it's called input 1. So go back, type in input 1. After that, you want to type in dot value, and then a semicolon. Now you want to type in an if statement. If user input. So this if statement basically means if the user input has something, it'll inject that data onto our database. So brackets, a set of them, enter. After that, you want to type in Wix, I'm going to do Wix data, there you go. And then dot insert, and then close parentheses. And then we're going to do a quotation mark. And inside of this quotation mark, we want to add in the name of our database from earlier. If you forgot, we're going to go back to the dashboard. We're going to scroll down. We're going to go back to CMS. And we're going to go to the database we set earlier, which in this case is the name dataset. On the dataset here, take note of the name. It's case sensitive as well, so be mindful of that. We're going to go back to the Wix website editor. And on here, we're going to type in dataset. There you go, dataset. After that, we're going to place a comma at front. We're going to do a pair of brackets. After that, we're going to type in the field we want to inject the data from this input field onto the rows and columns from earlier. We're going to click on the field. We're going to click edit. And you want to take note of the field ID. This is used on your code and can't be changed earlier. So this is our field ID. This is the name we want to copy. And it's this. If you pay attention, the name we typed earlier has a uppercase, but in the field ID, it has a lowercase. So sometimes your name and your field ID can be different. So in this case, it's different. So it's name with a lowercase, where we're gonna go back. We're gonna type in name, and then do a colon. After that, we're going to type in user input. There you go. Now, we're going to go back and we're going to click dot. Then, we're going to add in a error statement here. We're going to do double, close parentheses. On the outside, we're going to press enter. After that, we're going to type in equal, and then a arrow, and then close parenthesis, and then a pair of brackets, enter again. Just so it's neat, I'm going to type in console.log input is saved. This is just so we can debug in case anything happened. There you go. And then in case there's an error, I'm going to catch it. So dot catch. I'm not literally catching it, but it's just the syntax. Error. I'm going to press enter here. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to type a equal, and then an arrow, and then a pair of brackets. After that, I'm going to type in console.log. Sorry, not log. Error, actually. So, and I'm going to type in error, something went wrong, or something like that. And then I'm going to type in the error code. So like that. Now, after that, we just need to do one last thing. We're going to add the else. So in case if the user input is empty, we can add in an else. I'm going to do a pair of brackets again, and it's just going to be a console log. And it's going to say input field is empty. There you go. And that's it. That's all the code you need to do. Our code is complete, just like this. If you want to make sure everything is on point, you can just pause the video and make sure all of your code is just as mine. But after this, you're basically done with the code. We can preview this to test if it works. And let's see, wait for it to load. After it's loaded, we're going to add in test, for example, and I'm going to submit. There you go. We had the console log save. It says input is saved, example on line 13. We can look on the dataset collection. We're gonna go back to CMS and we're gonna go back to dataset just to make sure if it works. It's going to refresh, and there you go. The test is now saved on the row and column of the names section.